Hi YouTube, it's Autumn Beckman. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I don't even know how to start this video. I am so confused right now, and I'm like upset and kind of angry, and I'm just gonna tell you the story and get into it. So, about a month ago, I bought from the RealReal this luggage tag, and I filmed an unboxing, but I haven't posted it yet because I've been busy. So I bought this vachetta luggage tag. I happen to been one that I bought from Louis Vuitton when I bought my Neverfull. Now we all know that Louis Vuitton does not sell these individually. You have to buy a bag that it was on already, like a keep-all. Like this came from a keep-all, which is why it has this little strap on it. So if you want just a vachetta luggage tag, you have to buy it from the Preloved market. So I did. I bought this from the RealReal, and I tried to get one from Louis Vuitton a couple of times, and of course they wouldn't let me. They let me buy the Eben one the day that I bought the Neverfull, I guess because I bought the bag, and they felt like, okay, well, she could spend another $70 or whatever it cost. So I got this from the RealReal. I got a really good deal on it. It was $65. They're usually about twice that on those Preloved sites on the RealReal and Fashionphile. It's in pretty great condition, no water stains or anything like that on it. So I took it in a week and a half ago to Louis Vuitton to get it hot stamped. I wanted my initial, just an A on the middle of it in gold. And a week and a half ago I took it in, and they never called me back. So I went in today and I told them I left this here a week and a half ago to get hot stamped, and I haven't gotten a call back. I'm here to pick it up. So she finds the luggage tag right away, and she pulls it out, and clearly it is not hot stamped. So she's trying to figure out what's going on, and she looks at the paper. There's this paper that you fill out. It's shaped about like this, and it has, you pick the size of your stamp, of the monogram, the letter, you pick the color, there's a little drawing you can do to show the placement of it, and of course you put your contact information on it. So I filled all that out. She pulls the paper out with the tag, and I didn't take this in, by the way, I just took this one. And she sees a little handwritten note on the corner that says the tag was not hot stamped because it's not authentic. What? So I've bought lots of things from the RealReal. They authenticate everything. I trust them. And I have heard stories here and there about people getting fake things from the RealReal and from Fashionphile, but that's rare. But I trust them. And you know, I was asking the lady in the repair department, what do you mean it's not authentic? What about it is not authentic? And so she wouldn't really point anything out to me, and I know that they don't authenticate things there, so I figured that was probably part of it. But she pulled out a brand new luggage tag to compare it to, and it looked different, but I said, you know, you can't compare this tag to a brand new one because this is not a brand new tag. And as you know, luggage tags change over time. Louis Vuitton changes the design on things. And she just kept saying, yeah, but the one that she had is a standard luggage tag. And I kept saying, yes, but Louis Vuitton has come out with many different luggage tags. Just because it doesn't look like this one doesn't mean it's not authentic. So she finally took me out front with customers to talk to a manager. So the three of us were talking, and the repair department lady talked to the manager and, you know, explained the situation. And the manager was saying, and at this point too, I had told the lady in the repair department that I didn't buy it directly from Louis Vuitton. I said that because she asked about it. And I said, no, I got it from the RealReal. And she knew the RealReal as being a Preloved site. The manager didn't seem to know what the RealReal was, or Fashionphile. I don't know how she could not know about that, or if she was just playing dumb, or like being snooty or something, like, oh, I don't know about those because I work at Louis Vuitton. So she said, you know, we don't hot stamp things that weren't purchased directly from Louis Vuitton. So I called her out on that. I said, yes, you do, because people buy Preloved luggage tags all the time and get them hot stamped. I see this all over on YouTube and on the Facebook groups that I'm in and stuff. People do that all the time, and y'all hot stamp them. She didn't say anything to that, but I just kept asking them, you know, what is it about this that's not authentic? And they wouldn't say anything. So finally I said, okay, well, I need to contact the company that I bought this from and tell them that you're saying it's not authentic. So this piece of paper that says it's not authentic, can I take that with me? And the manager had it in her hands at the time, and she folded it and like put it away. She said, no, you can't have it. It's like she thought I was going to snatch it out of her hand or something. She said, no, you can't have that. That's Louis Vuitton property. And I said, okay, well, could I at least take a photograph of it so I can send them a photo with my cell phone? And she's like, no, you can't do that either. And the repair lady was saying, you know, it's because of lawsuits and we can't say it's authentic and argue and get sued or something. So, and then they also said something about the paper having the information on it about the hot stamping, that couldn't be shown to some other company, which is stupid. I mean, it's information about hot stamping and picking the size and color or something. That's ridiculous. So finally, after a few minutes of talking to them, they started pointing out things that they said, and sorry for the noise in the background, that's Vincent, she's playing around. They finally started pointing things out to me that they said were inauthentic about this luggage tag. So one of the things they did was pull this apart, and they're like, ours wouldn't do that, and I should have gotten out my Aben tag, because my Aben tag, I've seen luggage tags that open up here, and isn't that how it works on the Aben tag? So hold on, I'm gonna go get it. Yeah, I'm right, look at this. Here's my Aben tag. Okay, so I have this little clip that I added to it, and I put the thing on backwards so this doesn't hang in front of the monogram. But this I purchased from Louis Vuitton about 1.5 years ago. I had it hot stamped with them, and it doesn't have the flap on the back like it has on the front here. But the opening is right here, exactly like this luggage tag here. So what the hell were they talking about? And the inside feels the same as this one, and it has the little piece of plastic inside. They both have that. The stitching is the same. The buckle is different, but luggage tags and buckles change over time. So you can see, if that'll focus, kind of dark there, you can kind of see it better there. This buckle is more rounded, this one's more square and a little thicker. This is so ridiculous. So they were saying that was a problem. Apparently it's not, because my 100% authentic, absolutely, because I bought it from the same store that I was talking to today, that has it. And then they said that the buckle looked different and that it wasn't as heavy as it should be. They said that the stitching looked off, up here particularly. They said, and I mean, does that look off to you? That looks like Louis Vuitton stitching to me. Pretty familiar. They said this little loop here, let me see if I can show this to you. Can you see that metal piece right there? I know it's not really focusing too well, but you see that little metal piece right there? They said that shouldn't be there. They said the font was off, that the font was too big, but I don't know. I'm not an expert with the fonts. I know there's some really subtle differences with the fake fonts, so I'm not sure about that. But I have seen lots of different vachetta luggage tags. Personally, I don't see anything that would be inauthentic about this or raise any red flags for me. So I'm not sure what they were talking about, but I assumed that they knew more about it than I do. So they told me it's fake, so I'm leaving the store thinking that's fake. Now, how embarrassing was this? I go in to pick up my luggage tag, and I go in carrying my beautiful, what's this called? A Turenne, my beautiful Turenne MM, which I purchased in New York from the boutique at the Bloomingdale's in March. So I go in carrying this gorgeous bag, and it's full of little Louis Vuitton SLGs, and they tell me that I brought a fake item to them. And I think they were kind of treating me like I might have known it was fake and I was trying to pull something over on them, or one of the things they said was that when they go to hot stamp something, they check your record, like your account, to see if you purchased one of these or if you purchased an item that has one, and then if you didn't, that they wouldn't hot stamp it. Now, that can't be true either, because so many people buy these things pre-loved and get them hot stamped. So I'm really confused about that. And what else? She seemed kind of snooty about me buying something pre-loved. How else am I supposed to get it if I don't want to buy a piece of luggage or a bag that has one of these on them? And I told her I wanted to get it as a bag charm to put on my bag, and people do that all the time. She has to be familiar. And I mean, they weren't like rude or mean or anything, but it just seemed a little snooty and like, just hot stamp it. I mean, if it's real, if they legitimately think that it's fake, then tell me instead of giving me the runaround and all this stuff, because it took some pushing to get any information out of them about what they thought was inauthentic about it. And then while I'm standing there talking to them about this, I see the manager like looking down at my terrain, and I'm thinking, you know, I'm standing here embarrassed that they're telling me something I brought them is fake, and then I feel like she's looking down at my bag and wondering if that's fake, and it's not. Nothing I have is, except, you know, the fake video that I had that I'd never carry, the one fake that I have, that it's like a sentimental piece. So after I finish talking to them and they finally give me some information about what I can take back to the RealReal to say, hey, Louis Vuitton said this is fake and this is why they say it's fake. Then I said, okay, well, I want to look at some card holders and like coin purses. So I can tell you about that too, but there was another lady that helped me with those, and I didn't buy one today. I was just looking. I have my birthdays next week, and so I was looking for some items to put on my list. So I walk up to the lady that's going to help me with the card things, and as far as I know, she doesn't have any idea that we just had this discussion about fake stuff. But immediately she grabs this and starts looking at it, and I'm still in the mindset that these people are looking at everything I have and thinking it's fake. So I said, that's Henry Bendel. And she didn't say a word about it. She didn't say, oh, that's cute or that's pretty. She just kind of looked at it like she was inspecting it to see what it was or something. And that just felt kind of rude too. But maybe that's just because I was in this mindset. I was like, does she think that that's some kind of fake Louis Vuitton bag charm? And it kind of is, because Henry Bendel kind of ripped them off. But it's not really fake. It's a Henry Bendel bag charm that just kind of looks like a Louis Vuitton floret. Anyway, so I get home, and I want to tell you about the card cases too, because I looked at those, and then I looked at the card cases at Chanel, and I'm going to tell you what I found out about those and what I thought. So I get home, I get out all my paperwork from the RealReal from this purchase, and I call them up right away. I talked to a lady named Monica, who was very nice. I told her that I had bought this a month ago and I just took it to Louis Vuitton to get hot stamped, and they said they wouldn't do it because they said it was fake. She said, she got my order number. She said, hold on a minute. We have several people who work here at the RealReal who used to work at Louis Vuitton. So I'm going to go show them the photos of this item and talk to them about it. She was gone a couple minutes. She came back and she said this, which was interesting. She said that the people, the SAs who were there with her that used to work at Louis Vuitton, said that Louis Vuitton has a policy, whether it's written policy or not, that if you bring them an item that you didn't purchase directly from them, that they won't hot stamp it, and that they, which is what the manager told me, but I know that not everybody has that experience. And she said that, what did she say? She said that they strongly discourage you from purchasing anything from anybody except Louis Vuitton, and that's one of the ways they do it, is to not hot stamp things for you, because they want you to buy stuff from them because they're losing money if you buy it from somewhere else. So she didn't say this, but she was kind of, I got the impression that what she was saying without saying it is that they lied to me. because she told me, I listed to her all the things that they said were wrong with it. And she told me, well, the seller, the vendor that they bought this from, they use all the time, and that it's a reputable vendor. And they believe that this is real, but that they would do another authenticity check when they get it back, because she's doing a return and a full refund on it for me. So, I mean, I feel now inclined to believe the RealReal over Louis Vuitton, because I've been collecting Louis Vuitton for a little more than a year, close to a year and a half now, and I don't see anything off about this. I've gotten pretty good, sorry about that. I've gotten pretty good about authenticating items, and this looks and feels pretty good to me. So maybe I'm just not an expert on the luggage tags. I'm not an expert at authenticating, but I mean, I know what I'm looking at when I look at Louis Vuitton, and this looks good to me. And sorry about Vincent. I know that noise is ear piercing. And this looks good to me. But I also don't have one that I know for sure is authentic to compare it to that is, you know, exactly the same as far as the having the flap on the back and the same size and everything. I do have this little one to compare it to, and you know, it's hard to make a comparison between those kind of because they're different leathers. One's coated, one's not, and one's a year old, and I don't know how old this one is. But that is so frustrating. I was so embarrassed at the store because I don't go into Louis Vuitton carrying fake items. I don't carry fake items at all. And for them to tell me that I have a fake, and I guess I have a little bit of a complex about this too, because if you've watched some of my other videos, you know that for, you know, until last year when I went in and bought my first item, and even then when I went in knowing that I was going to purchase this item, I haven't felt like I belonged in these high-end stores because of where I come from, and this just like put me right back in that mentality, and they're treating me like I don't belong there. They're telling me I brought a fake item to them, and like I'm trying to pull something over on them, and it's just really disheartening. It was embarrassing, and I was kind of angry about it. And you know, at the time I was kind of angry at them because of the way they were treating me. They weren't particularly kind about, I mean, they weren't mean though either. So maybe some of that is just in my head, but insulted, that's what I am. I've been trying to come up with the right word for how Louis Vuitton made me feel tonight. Insulted. That's it. It was insulting the way they treated me. It was insulting that they were looking at my gorgeous, authentic bag that I bought from them as if it might be fake too. Yeah. Yeah. So that happened. I also want to tell you real quick while I have you here about the card cases I looked at, because I didn't buy anything yet, but I have all these cards, and I have some other not Louis Vuitton card cases, and I wanted to get a Louis Vuitton one, but I was looking online and I saw the Chanel O case that it's like an OK zip around with some slots, like an accordion open thing. I wish I had them here to show you, but Minks for All, Minnie, she has several of them, and she's the one that I found out about these from. I don't have any Chanel pieces. I went to the Chanel store today to look at them. This is only the second time I'd ever been in the store. It was the first time I ever asked to see anything and touched anything Chanel. And I have to say, I was not impressed, and I was pretty disappointed with the quality of these cases. I would think that for Chanel being so much more expensive than Louis Vuitton, that the quality would be a lot higher. And maybe it's just because it's leather versus the canvas at Louis Vuitton, but I knew from Minnie's videos that the zipper was nylon, and that was a big, like, what? for something that you're charging that much money for, why would you not have a metal zipper? That didn't make any sense. And then when I unzipped it at the store, it wasn't easy. It felt cheap. And then I opened it up and the interior is fabric rather than leather. And that felt cheap. Just the whole thing felt cheap overall. And I didn't like it. And I was thinking about buying one that I saw in Fashionphile that was just the right colors and everything. I wanted a black caviar with the gold hardware. And I didn't see those on their website, so I assumed they don't carry them right now. That was something too, if you know about Chanel, if you could inform me about this, because I'd like to know. The website doesn't seem to have very much, but in the store they had a whole tray of different card cases and different colors and metal finishes and stuff. So why aren't those on the website? Help me understand that. So yeah, I was really disappointed with the quality of those items. And when I was at Louis Vuitton, I looked at 3 of the card cases. I looked at the zip around, the Zippy coin, and then I looked at the 2 multicartes. So there's one that's a zip around that has a fuchsia, which is the only color they have right now, which is not a color I like, so I didn't get that one. Well, I didn't get anything right now. And then they had a multicartes that had a flap like on a Sarah wallet with a button, and that opened up. I liked that one okay, except that it also had the fuchsia on it. But my favorite one, because of the size, was the Zippy coin. So the I don't have something to show you to demonstrate, but the 2 multicartes cases, I took a credit card, well, I took my driver's license out and put them in, and they were pretty tight. So like when the accordion opens up and there's the little fold in the accordion that expands, does that make sense? Yeah, I need to show you something and I don't have anything, sorry. And sorry about Vincent doing that. Vincent, you've got to stop that. That really, yeah, she's laughing about it now. Anyway, I put the cards in, and on the multicartes it was really tight, but on the Zippy coin it was big enough, and it has some card slots. It has 6 or I think 7 places to put cards, because it's got 3 on the sides and 1 in the middle, and then it has these 2 open compartments. So I think I'll end up getting that one at some point. And I don't know if I will get that new or if I'll get it pre-loved, because there are some that seem a good deal pre-loved, but then they're not that they're not that much cheaper than the new ones, so I may just get it new at some point. So that's what happened to me tonight. And like, what is wrong with Louis Vuitton? Why can't they just hot stamp the thing? I mean, I've made purchases over the last year and a half with them. I've made several purchases. They can't hot stamp a luggage tag. That's ridiculous. They can't sell you a luggage tag. That's ridiculous too. So many people want luggage tags. Why can't they sell the bloody luggage tags? It's infuriating. All right, I am done. I'm out. Click the like button if you liked it. Please comment. I want to hear what you think about this. I want to hear questions, comments, what experiences you have had. And if somebody can get me a luggage tag, hot stamped, hey, an authentic one, and get it hot stamped, that would be awesome. Because I'm not saying send me one for free. I'm saying if we can, you know, somebody can hook me up, that'd be good. And again, I apologize for the bird that's screeching in your ear. She's annoying me right now too. Usually I don't hear her do that because I tune her out. I'm so used to her. But yeah, I know that annoys you guys. Some of you don't care. Okay. Like, subscribe, click the bell notification icon. See you later. Have a great night. Have a better night than I had. Bye guys.